What a crazy event and co-main event performance from Rodtang. So I'm going to make a video about the whole card because the One Championship card was one of the best combat sports cards of the year. But let's talk about this co-main event from Rodtang. This guy is something else. He's one of the best Muay Thai fighters in the world right now. Has 323 professional fights, 271 wins, and he's only 25 years old, putting on a genius of a performance against Edgar Tabares. And Edgar Tabares showed some really good skill in the fight, but just Rodtang showed to be too much. So this was like your regular Muay Thai fight for the first round. There was a lot of back and forth leg kicks, feeling out the fight. This is generally how a Muay Thai fight plays out. And then it really picks up in the second round. But the interesting dynamic about the fight was Edgar Tabares not only said that he studied Rodtang for years and even molded his own style after Rodtang's, but it also showed in the fight. He was very aware of some of Rodtang's signature attacks. For an example, the big one that he was trying to counter was whenever you throw a teep at Rodtang, he likes to catch it and dig in a body shot. Now this can be him pulling you into the body shot, or he'll move forward and run his fist into your body. It's been very effective throughout his entire career. And the reason why this is so disruptive to his opponents is because the teep, or the front kick in Muay Thai, is one of the main weapons in order to dictate distance. This is a common technique used by everybody. It manages distance for yourself, it neutralizes the fight. So like if someone's being pressuring, someone's being aggressive, you throw a teep to back them off, and now the aggression resets. So it also allows you to have a breather and stuff like that. And because Rodtang is such an aggressive fighter, he moves forward with big heavy blows. A lot of fighters throw teeps at him to keep him away and reset his aggression. That's exactly what Edgar Tabares is going to do as well. You kind of have to do that, or you go blow for blow with the guy, but he has an iron chin and one punch knockout power. Not a lot of guys in the flyweight division has those kind of attributes. And Edgar Tabares came up with a very interesting counter to this. He was trying to spin out of it and land a spinning back elbow. A very creative technique that actually worked on Rodtang in the first round. The reason why this works is because when you spin from a body shot, you're rotating away from the blow. So even if it does connect on you, it's going to skid by. It's not going to land flush to the target. And it actually worked against Rodtang, but he kept going to it. This was a big thing that he saw his opportunity to finish Rodtang with. Also throughout the fight, Edgar Tabares was noticing that Rodtang kept throwing the left hook. This is Rodtang's startup for his combinations. He began all of his combos off of that big left hook, and he would look to counter you to the head with the left hook as well. So Tabares was very focused on keeping his right hand glued to his head to defend himself from a left hook, and that's where the finishing sequence happened. So Edgar Tabares was backed up to the fence because of Rodtang's pressure, and everybody knows the amount of power that he has, and naturally forces fighters on the back foot. So in order to create distance, this is where Tabares wanted to throw the teep. But as everybody knows, Rodtang is excellent at catching these, so he grabbed a kick, he went to counter to the body, but this time he knew that the spinning back elbow was going to come. Tabares spins from the body shot and tries to come over the top of the spinning back elbow, but notice how Rodtang, all he had to do was with his forearm, push against the elbow, blocking it and pushing it away. And now Tabares is in a bad position because now his back is turned to Rodtang, his eyes are not on him, and he has no idea what's going to come. But he did study Rodtang, so he knows usually Rodtang's gonna throw the left hook. He starts up a lot of stuff with that. So as Tabares is turning to face Rodtang, notice how his right hand is up to his head to block a left hook. Rodtang knew this. He was a step ahead and threw in a very short elbow right down that space on the center line. And that was it. Knocked out Edgar Tabares with such an accurate elbow. He fit that elbow right inside that space. This guy is something else, man. There is not a lot of strikers on the level of Rodtang. What a beautiful performance from Rodtang, and Edgar Tabares looked pretty good up until the knockout sequence. I mean, there were some combos that he was throwing that really showed you how good he actually was. This one was actually pretty impressive from Tabares, where he came forward with a pendulum step, forcing Rodtang into motion, and a left hook up top. He's going to cause Rodtang to not only be moving backwards, but also leaning back as well. That causes complete defenselessness of the opponent's legs, and that's how he was able to hammer the leg kick, and there was nothing Rodtang could have done about that. Edgar Tabares was absolutely a great striker, but that just showed the greatness of Rodtang, able to do that to that guy. Crazy, man. Rodtang absolutely has superstar qualities. I mean, for the One Championship's US debut, the guy was a superstar in there. He got more pop than even Demetrius Johnson. which is insane. This is a guy that's never fought in the United States before. He's fought his entire life in Asia. I mean, just imagining what he was thinking when he heard the entire crowd chanting his name like that. Had to have been a great feeling for the young man. And I really hope this guy blows up one day because everybody should know about Rodtang. This guy's a different kind of fighter.